that selection is a very important selection. Who represents you in court is going to have a lot to do with how your case turns out. In other types of cases where you're not paying a contingency fee, if you want to get the top of the line lawyer, you're going to have to pay top of the line fees. And some people may not be able to afford the best criminal lawyer, the best divorce lawyer. And so they'll go where they can afford a lawyer. However, in personal injury cases, we all get a third. So that means that attorneys who don't have the reputation and experience that other attorneys have get the same fee, which means you must get the best that you can get your hands on, and you're not going to pay any extra for it. One of the ways that I suggest is first go on the internet. It's a very valuable tool. You can look at their websites, and their websites sometimes have very useful information, but sometimes they start to all look alike. And one of the things that you can do to distinguish between them is look on their websites and see how familiar the attorneys are and what kind of results they've gotten. Verdicts in trials and settlements, but verdicts in trials are very important in cases like yours. If it's a construction accident case, construction accident cases is what you're looking for. Another thing that's very valuable is to go to the various attorney rating services that are out there. One of the best out there is U.S. News and World Report. U.S. News and World Report has started about 3 years ago to designate best law firms. It happens my firm, I'm not saying it because I'm on it, but I have been designated as one of the top attorneys in the city of New York for personal injury. There's also Best Lawyers, which is an old and very reputable site which rates the lawyers as opposed to the law firms. There's also another site called Super Lawyers. There's also, you can look on Avvo, A-V-V-O. There's Martindale-Hubbell. I don't think Martindale-Hubbell provides much use in personal injury suits. I can give you a classic example. I was asked years ago by somebody to find an attorney for a close person in my life out in Arizona. So I had to decide how to figure out how to find this lawyer. And I didn't know lawyers of this type out in Arizona. I went on Best Lawyers, I went on Best Law Firms, and I went on Super Lawyers. And I have access to those sites, as people do. And I looked for the attorney that shows up on all three of them. And when I've got the attorney who's shown up on all three of them, I've done my homework.